Anyone who considers a pet a beloved friend, companion, or family member knows the intense pain that accompanies the loss of that friend. Following are some tips on coping with that grief and with the difficult decisions one faces upon the loss of a pet. A local nonprofit organization has a support group for those to communicate and share with others who have experienced the same loss. All the details are coming up next on Polk Place. Hi, welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Tina Mann, and joining me in the studio today are Emily Hill, the Pause to Remember Coordinator with SPCA Florida, Adam Stanfield, the Executive Director at SPCA Florida.
Hello.
And finally, Andrew Ross, who is the General Manager and Vice President of Business Operations with Central Florida Sports Ventures and Florida Tropics Soccer Club.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Well, this is kind of a sad subject. I know I'm going to probably be experiencing some loss soon because I have a very ancient dog at this point. But you guys provide a very important service for people who have lost a pet. Why don't you tell me about what you guys offer?
So at SPCA Florida, we offer a Pause to Remember class, which is a pet grief support group. I'm the coordinator for it, and then we have a certified pet loss professional, Bruce Jordan, meet on a regular basis, and we help each pet parent who's lost an animal. It doesn't have to be someone who has adopted from us or goes to our medical center. It's anyone in the community. And we help them through their journey and, remind them that it's their journey and no one can tell them how or what to do to get through that.
Right, and I know a lot of people, they have good intentions and they're like, it's just a dog or something. But when you're hearing that, I mean, this is your family member and it's a real loss. Mm-hmm. So
right.
What type of strategies do you teach people to help them with that?
We, remind them again that it's their journey and, we can't tell them what the right way to do it or how to grieve and mourn. That, if that's what they're feeling, that's what they need to do. Whether it's looking at pictures or leaving their toys out. Some people think that the best way to get over, a pet loss is to clear everything out and, not talk about them or get another dog, which, for some people that might be, the right process, but other people it's not. So we just really want them to own their journey and know that there's no such thing as inferior grief. So just because, I've lost my Katie dog and it's been a year now, and someone else has lost their dog 2 months ago, there's no comparison on where we're going to be in our journeys.
Right. I mean, I know I grew up with, my dog passed away when I was probably 11 or 12, and there's still times when I miss him, and that's 25 years ago.
The loss is real. And one of the things that we wanted to put out there was the fact that a dog in today's environment, many people will grieve harder for the animal, dog or cat, than they will a family member. And, to your point earlier about it being a family member per se, I mean, they are. They really, really are. And seeing Emily has the unfortunate or fortunate task of, interacting with the individuals when they come to pick up the remains of their animal. And, it's a great opportunity for them to realize that this is okay. It's okay for them to grieve. They go through the 8 stages of grief, and Bruce does a great job in terms of taking them through that. The ceremony isn't religious by any means. And as Emily said, everybody grieves at their own rate, but they do go through that very similar process. And what we found once we introduced this was the individuals can celebrate the life of their animal by sharing those memories, which you as an 11-year-old still have.
Yes.
So it's a great way to kind of cleanse the spirit, cleanse the psyche, and prepare for whatever that next level brings. Maybe it's an animal, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not right now, maybe it's in a year from now. And we certainly have animals available for the individuals. And I just spoke with a woman today who came in and picked up the remains for her animal, and she's preparing to come back to our Saturday half-off adoption event because she saw something in there that she likes.
Great.
So you never know.
I can't go in there without finding something I like. I love animals a little too much. So for people who are maybe on the fence about, support group, I'm not really sure what that would look like, or why don't you walk me through kind of what they would expect out of the experience?
Okay, yeah. So I always tell people that, they can come and talk as much as they want to honor their pet, or they can come and honor their pet and not say a word at all. Bruce does a great job of, just walking us through each process. So the class is a 4-week period, and each week we, touch a new topic. They come in, we greet them, and we really just kind of, have them introduce themselves and who they're there honoring. And then it's really just a discussion, and it can kind of just go wherever. And, some nights it's just Bruce and I talking, and other nights we don't really talk a lot because the pet owners have a lot to share. And, and it's just a great meeting, and you really get to know the pet parent as well as the pet that they are honoring.
I think it's important also to understand that the complexity of the group that comes, it's multi-dynamic and multi-gender. It's not just females. You might think that it's female-driven, but I mean, we have plenty of males that come, whether with partner or without partner. And actually, one of our first events was a single guy that had just lost his beloved pet, and that was his life. And I think he still comes, after going through multiple sessions. So, it is kind of like a progress at your own pace. And, as Emily said, it's sometimes just casual conversation, amongst pet owners, but then it's other instructional as well. But, it's really something to see.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
One other point is I want everyone to know that it is a safe environment, and I know that a lot of people, they may not want to share that they've lost a pet because, not everybody is as big of a pet lover as some, and they may not feel that, grieving over a pet loss is the same as, a human loss, but I just want them to know that it is a safe environment, and we know where, those pet parents are coming from.
That's very important, to really feel like you're connected and to have other people who understand you. That's kind of the whole point of a support group. But, so they shouldn't shy away from coming.
Right. I mean, your pets, where else are you going to have unconditional love and no judgment?
Absolutely. That's the best thing about them. So these classes, how long are they about?
They run about an hour. I mean, sometimes we stay extra just because someone wants to tell us, more about their pet, or but we normally do it, for 1 hour each week, and we can, adjust if they need to stay late.
Sounds like a really good program. And if they want more information about it, where can they get that?
They can go online to the SPCA website or Facebook, any of our social media sites. They can always contact me, and we can, get them set up to come.
And part of the reason you guys are able to offer all the programming and stuff that you do is local sponsorships. And we are very excited today to be able to introduce Andrew, who's with the Florida Tropics, which is a relatively new program here in Central Florida, I'm understanding?
Yes, this is our first season, so we just hit the midway mark of the inaugural season, so it's gone very well. Why don't you
tell me what you do and what the Florida Tropics are?
Yes, so I'm the general manager and vice president of operations, so it's the day-to-day operations of the company and making sure that people are aware of who we are and that they know that a very high level of professional soccer is now in Polk County. We play in the Major Arena Soccer League, which is the highest level of professional indoor soccer in North America. So there's 17 teams across the country and 3 teams in Mexico. So it's a big league, and it's a big deal for Polk County to have a team here, and we're excited. And we saw it as a great opportunity for a market that doesn't necessarily have professional sports. You have the Tigers that come in, and they do play, but to bring something new and exciting with so many kids and even adults that are playing soccer in Polk County. And when looking at all those different factors, it was a great opportunity for us. The Lakeland Center has been great with working with us and getting us in the building and being able to, you know, function on game day. So it's been a big success so far.
I love every time Polk County gets a new thing and they grow. I mean, just over my lifetime, I mean, I've just seen Polk County and their tourism and their sports just explode. And we're excited about the sponsorship with you guys. Why don't you tell me about how that was working?
Well, one thing I wanted to share is in getting to know Andrew and the philosophies for bringing the team to the county. I think it's really, really quite important for everyone to understand that part of the reason why you selected Lakeland was its central location to, you know, some of the major markets that are out there, Orlando and Tampa. So this is, last year on the show, we talked about our economic impact study. This is a great example of that, where they are bringing regional draw or having a regional draw to Lakeland. So I mean, just think about all that impact that's coming through ticket sales and then exponential sales. But we had a conversation about them wanting to engage further into the community, and you know, they're animal lovers, and of course we're animal lovers too. And you know, we put together the relationship to help them market the events, and then also in terms of, you know, spreading the word about SPCA Florida. I think we've got a great thing, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's really for us, and especially you guys have been great in helping us to get the word out, because it's beneficial to both sides. We want to bring awareness and get our fans knowing that they can go and they can adopt dogs, they can bring them there for medical help or participate in a program like that. You know, I have 2 cats at home, and you know, they're my kids, you know, and luckily they're 1, so you know, I still have a little while before. So, but bringing awareness to things like that, and that's kind of what we'll get into with a specific night that we will have for SPCA Florida on January 27th, which will be, we're gonna try to get a dog out to kick out the opening ball, and we want to just really bring awareness at that game for SPCA Florida and kind of elevate our partnership to the next level for our fans, so that they start thinking in the idea of, oh hey, you know, we're looking to get a dog, well, let's go see, you know, what's available at SPCA or a cat, and kind of go from there. So it's been a great partnership for both sides.
So they can come out and watch a soccer game. Is there anything else going on that night? I mean, as far as you guys, or? No,
we just want to support them as much as possible and try to get as many people out into the stands as possible and show them all the good stuff that the Tropics brings.
And where do you guys play?
At the Lakeland Center.
At the Lakeland Center.
Yep.
So it's indoor?
It is indoor, yep.
Nice.
And
cool.
on that game, we will be playing against Kansas City, who we just traveled to this past weekend, and we beat them in Kansas City after losing to them at home the week before. So we're 1-1 with them. It's going to be a pretty intense rivalry.
Clash of the rivalry.
Yeah. And it's part of us. We actually have 7 home games in a row starting tomorrow night. Dallas comes into town through mid-February, so lots of soccer, lots of opportunities to come and see us. And for that game specifically, we'll be partnering, you know, obviously with SPCA to donate a portion of each ticket to their causes and their programs, to just kind of show our support and take that to the next level.
And I think what's important is, you know, you mentioned Kansas City coming to town and Dallas coming to town. You know, this isn't like a regional affiliate. I mean, this is like international. We're 2 teams in Mexico?
3 teams in Mexico, yeah.
3 teams in Mexico. So anybody that follows soccer at any level, you know, needs to check these guys out.
So if they want more information about the Tropics and scheduling, things like that, where do they get that information? Our
website is www.fltropics.com, and we are very active on our social media, which is facebook.com/FLTropics, or just search Florida Tropics SC. That's where we get all of our ticket information, and people can interact with players, and you know, through our different social medias, we'll have players take them over and, you know, answer questions. And that's a big thing for us too, is getting the players out in the community, so that we'll be hosting a clinic next weekend where kids can come and they can get tickets to the game while also training with our players. After every game, the players are available, win or loss, for an autograph session where fans can come take photos. And we just want to make it a family friendly, and especially for the kids, because we want them to come and have a great time from the moment they come to the moment they leave. So that's a big deal for us in terms of getting fans out.
And that's amazing that you guys do that, because that really provides some mentor opportunities for these kids.
Absolutely.
Somebody to have a role model for, who is friendly and active, and in a society where a lot of laziness is rampant. So getting them excited about a sport.
Sure.
So
absolutely.
But you guys always, you know, offer such great things, and I just wanted to thank you for coming out today.
Not
Thanks
a problem.
for having
Thank
us.
you.
Founded in 1979, SPCA Florida is a 501c3 nonprofit organization headquartered in Lakeland. Dedicated to improving the lives of pets and people in the community, SPCA Florida provides caring, compassion, and hope to more than 6,000 homeless cats and dogs entering our doors each year. SPCA Florida offers a complimentary grief awareness group to help guide individuals through the loss of a pet. Classes are held on the SPCA Florida campus periodically throughout the year and are presented by a certified pet loss professional. And don't miss out on SPCA Florida Night, sponsored by the Florida Tropics, on January 27th. Tickets can be purchased on the SPCA Florida website, and a portion of the proceeds to benefit the SPCA Florida animals. To learn more about these programs or how to get involved, visit the SPCA website, www.spcaflorida.org, or give them a call at 863-577-4600.